Well, hello. We have made it to North Queensland with buddy Kyle. And right now we have ventured up into the rainforest and we're fishing for jungle perch, sooty grunters, and there's possibly barramundi and mangrove jack can get all the way up in here. And today it's one of those days where it's not really about the fish. The fishing is great and it's really cool and unique, but it's more about where the fishing takes you. If you couldn't tell right now, we're in a rainforest, a beautiful crystal clear river, and we're micro fishing with tiny swim baits, little 2,500 size reels, and trying to just get on some fish. But really today's about hiking. But we'll talk more about the fish later because they are really cool. But this is just a special place, but we'll elaborate on that later. But right now we're gonna start throwing. That lasted quick. Oh my.
And that's what you call bridge fishing. Nice little sooty grunter. Got a fish on the board before Lawson. Oh, that was almost no children.
Good. A backwoods jungle vasectomy here. All right, we have moved to a new river because Kyle was tired of watching me flop around in between the rocks. Not really, we just thought it was not gonna hold any fish. We hadn't seen any good sized fish. So we moved to a little bit deeper and easier area to walk, and Kyle already caught a little sooty grunter right off the bat. So it's a good sign. We've already seen some bigger fish, but we're gonna start walking. And this area is a little more sketchy in a different sense because you probably think we gotta look out for crocodiles a little bit while we're walking through here. There's not a lot of them, but there is some.
Yeah, for sure.
Crocs and snakes, but it's not a big deal. We'll be alright.
We'll be right. Let's go.
Oh, there's gotta be a fish in here. Oh, it's got hit right there. Hit again. It's got hit twice on that cast.
Yep.
Oh! No, he's no. Dang.
Straight away.
Yeah, that hit and he ate.
Eel. Big eel.
Oh, that is so cool. Are you kidding me? Dude.
You won't take it. You won't eat it.
Why not? Can I catch it with my hand? That is sick. Look at that thing. That is a big old eel. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Dude. All right, rolling out to another spot because the sooties don't want to play. All right, next day here, we finished up our jungle perch session, or our attempt of a jungle perch session, and we were gonna go and try to catch some little tarpons. Now, if you're not aware, they have tarpon in Australia, but they look almost identical to ours back home in the States, but they hit about the size of a ladyfish. Like, they are tiny little tarpon, like they're like this big. Trying to do it yesterday afternoon, but we ended up running out of time, and so now we're back at it the next day. So right now, throwing some little paddle tails around, trying to hook up with some little tarpon. There's also some little barra around here, but still doing some like little micro setup, throwing light gear, and hopefully be able to show you some Australian tarpon or Pacific tarpon. Oh, I don't think I'll be able to make it till they're on that corner right there. Oh, oh my gosh, there's like 1,000 of them. They're everywhere. One right in front. Oh, here they're coming. They're everywhere down here, dude. Micro fishing for micro tarpon. There's one just let air out right behind my lure, like he's chasing it. Oh, he just swung at it. Look at him. Multiple just swung at it right there. They're so little. I think I might even need to downsize this. Like they're like maybe a pound, 2 pounds.
That's what I'm saying.
They're
Tons of them.
They're everywhere down here. Oh, they're just everywhere. I'm getting hit every cast, dude.
It's fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm getting hit every cast. They're everywhere. Oh my gosh.
How fun is it though? Like, you can come here for a day saver so many times.
I'm just getting like, it's like boom, boom, boom.
It's only tiny. Oh, I dropped him. They are everywhere.
Oh, I just missed one. Again.
That one again.
There it is.
There you go, go on.
Oh no, they're so little. They're like bait fish. Just like tarpon back home, they're not easy to hook.
Oh, there's a roll.
There it is. I ever hooked up.
Like I Chelsea's like, keep it on, keep it on.
Yeah, Chelsea's telling me that I need to keep this fish hooked. Oh my gosh. He's so little. Come here, baby.
Well, that's actually not a bad size for here.
That may be the coolest thing of all time. A little baby Pacific tarpon. Is that just literally identical to the ones we have back home in the States? But this is about, he'll only get what? Get maybe 2 pounds bigger than this?
Yeah. Tiny.
That is incredible. Hook up with a little tarp. Okay, there he goes, into the water. Hundreds and hundreds of them. Like every single cast, there's like 40 of them rolling everywhere. Come to me, my children. This should be it right here. They finally are starting to make their move back through. They kind of disappeared for like 10, 15 minutes. Like there was just a huge little pod of tarpon. And now they've finally decided to come back around here. Hopefully we can hook another one. There's one. Yeah, tiny. Tiny, tiny, tiny boy. Hey, yo. Hey, little buddy. Are those not the most adorable tarpon you've ever seen in your entire life? Right there. What a handsome little fella. Tarpon number 2, say goodbye to little buddy. If those aren't the most adorable tarpon you've ever seen in your entire life, I don't know what is. And literally another one just rolled right here. They're like, they move around like a school of shad. Like they're basically shad is what they are. But they're legitimate tarpon, like little Pacific tarpon. And they are super, super funny, man. Really funny. One should eat right here. Like, oh, one just flashed on it. Oh, I just missed one right there. There's so many of them just right in front of the bank. This is so cool, man. I've never experienced anything like this with little tarpon. Oh, I just missed another one, dude. They're so little. Like what would be great right now is like a crappie jig. A crappie jig would crush it. Oh, it's so cool. You just see these little silver bars flashing on them and just feel like a tiny, tiny little hit. Just saw one flash on it right there. Oh, I just missed one right there. I mean, it's just like every cast, it's like you're getting 3 or 4 hits and it's like boom, boom, boom. There's one. That was sweet. A roll. Just watched that one roll and cast it right onto him and ate it within like 2 seconds. Gosh, man. And I thought the first one I caught was little. It turns out that was a big one. I mean, it is really cool to be able to admire these fish like this and see them in just such a tiny little form, knowing that the ones we have back home will get 200 times this size. It's kind of crazy. But they're just, I mean, they gotta be one of the coolest fish in the world right there. Little baby tarpons. So cool, man. That's just so cool. Off you go. All right, well, our little baby jungle mission has finally come to a close here. Spanned over 2 days, but it was really fun hiking up through those like basically jungle rivers and just, I mean, I was eating it all over the place. I feel like there was a time where I was really nimble and good at that stuff, and now I'm too large and I felt like a wild hog just like slomping through the river or something. I was eating it left and right, but it was still a ton of fun. Got to see some cool stuff. Kyle caught a sooty, got to see a big giant eel and a lot of just really, really beautiful things, and then decided to come back out here the next day and kind of continue the little jungle mission and micro fishing mission. And catch some Pacific tarpon, which it's just such a unique thing because it's just so weird because everything about them looks identical to tarpon back home. But that first one that I caught, like, they don't get a ton bigger than that. Maybe like a little bit, like one like that big would be a big one. And so it's just so cool seeing a fish that looks so familiar from back home, but it's not the same fish, and being able to come here and catch it and really hold it in your hands, it's really special. We're done. If you can tell, it's windy and terrible weather out, so we need to get back home before the rain starts coming down. I appreciate you guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you leave a like, make sure you subscribe to the channel, leave some comments below of what you want to see while we're in Australia, and hopefully we can get to it. Have a lot of stuff planned coming up, and I am just so excited to just get out there and fish. I appreciate the heck out of you guys. Until the next video, peace.